As a man, unlike a woman, you cannot afford to run your life and make important life decisions based on how you feel. Okay? Now, if thinking like a woman was so great and so effective, thank you, Henry, and it's okay. Let them in. I don't mind people who have different opinions and views. I'd appreciate if they were a little more researched and better educated on what I do say, but whatever. Can't win them all the time, can you, Henry? So if acting like a woman is so beneficial for all of mankind to quote rid of toxic masculinity, why is it there's more higher crime rates, higher suicide, higher mental illness, higher dropouts, higher incarceration rates and violent crimes and drug crimes, higher cases of addiction that come out of single mother households from young men? Make it make sense for me, Effie. If men thinking like women was so effective in the answer to all of society's woes and problems, tell me why the single mother household contributes to the most dysfunctional generation we've ever seen. Yeah, guys, look, this is what happens when women don't have a strong male figure or father figure in their lives. They assume that they know better. They've been gassed up through media. Yeah, women are under this delusion. They've been conditioned now to think that they can do anything men can do. They don't need no man. Go queen. Go get your degrees. Don't worry about having kids. Don't be a slave to your husband, not slave. You can go be slave to a coffee shop manager who runs you for $6 an hour in tips. And listen to him and miss time with your family and the best opportunities and moments of your life. But God forbid you make your husband a sandwich, right? Because he's hungry and he just worked all day. Or you keep a clean house for him. Or you have enthusiastic sex with him from the guy who goes to work all day, breaks his back, would step in front of a bullet for you and protects and provides for his family. But God forbid you make him a hot meal and have clean clothes for him when he gets home and to be a pleasant person. No. See, this is where women get their wires crossed up, that they think they know what's better for men than what men know. And like I said, if it were the answer, why are single mother households the most dysfunctional households in existence at an alarming rate in modern society? So they've been led to believe that they have a say-so in what men do and what's the best thing for men. When in fact is they don't even know what's the best things for themselves. When women have a strong, masculine, centered man in their lives, whether it's their dad or they meet somebody down the line, a man who steps in and allows them to be women, which is soft, loving, joy, fun, submissive. And you see, you tell a woman submissive, she's like, eek, submissive, I'm not a slave. It's not what submissive means. Submissive means submitting to the strongest man in your life's lead and his direction and care. And just being able to fully let down your guards and your walls and be able to be your true, pure, feminine self and allow the man to be, and not even allow the man, because women don't get to allow anything. But thank you, Effie, but you don't make any sense. And look, I tell guys, I've done it. I've said this on my content. When something happens and you're sad, yes, you should cry. Crying is a release of chemicals in your body, but you don't do it to your woman. You don't do it in public. Okay, I'm not completely against men doing their roles in life, but I also know from experience that men being told they can't show their emotions just make men become toxic, angry, and hateful. Well, I've never told anybody that, so I'm barking up the wrong tree. But you're welcome to stay and hear what I do tell men and how I do guide men in the group. I have a son. I tell him if it's okay to feel things. Emotions are there for a reason. It's a biological part of us as human beings that we feel things and we have emotions. Emotions are there to tap you on the shoulder and tell you, hey, depression, hey, something's off. You're angry, hey, something's off. Pay attention, pay attention. It's not there to make decisions. It's because, say I get angry. Should I make a decision in my moment of anger? And the person who wouldn't let me over in the left lane that I'm aggravated with, so I just go ahead and ram them in the back of the car and run them off the road and get out and shoot them because I'm angry? It makes no sense. No, it's just there to tell you like, hey, this is triggering you. You should really look at this as to why this bothers you. When you're sad, having emotions is and feelings is 100% natural and healthy. It's unhealthy to be emotionally reactive and make important decisions based on how you feel. That's not a luxury men get. As women, y'all get to do that. Y'all do it every day, all day long. Oh, listen to how women speak. Listen to how men speak. A woman's conversation. Oh, I feel like you shouldn't have said that. I feel like they're saying this when they say this. I feel this when you say this. I felt like this when you did this. It's feel, 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 feel. Women live on an emotional roller coaster. It swings throughout the day. In any given day, they experience a whole range of emotions. Every emotion there is to feel, a woman feels in a day. Then you add hormones into it, and it's you could turn the volume up on that. You crank it up tenfold. So you telling me you want a man when you get all emotional and get upset or unsure and you don't and you overreact and shit, you want a man jumping in that foxhole with you, being angry and upset and all emotional with you? You don't want a man who can stand firm and let you go through that swing, feel what you got to feel and talk about it, and just be relieved that you have somebody strong enough that can allow you to be your feminine self and go through that process the way you go through the process as a woman without him being affected by your emotional state? I don't believe it. You could tell me that, but I'll say you're lying because I know that's not true. The fact is, guys, and never fall for this trap, is a woman will tell you, tell me how you feel. I wish you were more emotional. I wish you were more in touch. I wish you would tell me. Go emote to your woman about how something's bothering you or how you're scared of something, or if you're feeling overwhelmed, and go tell her that and cry in front of her. Let me know how that goes after. Don't really do that. There's not a time in history where a woman has ever meant that, or a woman has never felt closer, safer, and more turned on by her boyfriend, husband, significant other from being a whiny bitch and telling him that he's scared or he can't handle something or he starts crying. Now, there's exceptions. You know, your parent dies or something. Yeah, you get an opportunity to release. And I love the way you say this. Okay, I'm not completely against men doing their role. Like, who gives a shit what you're okay with? Like, do you think anybody cares? No, I'm not completely wrong at all. I'm right, 100%. Like we get your permission to do what we do and play our roles. Well, thank you, Effie, for being a kind lady and giving us all permission to be men. We really appreciate that. So